Today I'm going to be making carnivore chips. Hi, my name's Tom and this is my carnivore life. So these chips are a great snack, high in protein, made with pork rinds, and it's very simple to make. The longest time it takes is the baking process. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for this recipe, you're going to need a cup and a half of crushed pork rinds. You're going to need a half a teaspoon of salt, and you can add or reduce the amount of salt based on your own uh, flavoring that you like. I like a little bit more salt in my stuff than most people. You need 2 eggs, 2 pieces of parchment paper, a whisk, and a pizza cutter. So first thing we want to do is get our eggs into a bowl. Then we're going to add in our half a teaspoon of salt. You're going to want to whisk these together to it's just a little bit foamy. Doesn't have to go too extravagant. We're just trying to incorporate the salt in with the eggs to give us a nice blend. Okay, we got a little bit of foam going there. So now we're going to add in our pork rinds, and we're going to make a dough out of this. It's going to be a little wet, but that's okay. It'll dry out when we cook it in the oven. There we go. We got a nice little dough going there. I'm going to lay out our parchment paper and put our dough out onto it. And you want to kind of flatten it out a little bit just to kind of give it a little bit of a shape. We're going to use a rolling pin on this to get it as flat as we can get it. So you're going to take your other piece of parchment paper, put it over top of it, and then we're going to roll it thin with our rolling pin. The thinner you make it, the crispier they're going to be, obviously. All right. I'm going to take off our top layer of parchment paper. And then take your pizza cutter and you're going to cut it into squares. And these are just going to be lines that you can use when it comes time to break them apart. You're just kind of scoring it. Now take and go diagonally through all of your squares. This is going to give you, you don't have to do this, but this kind of gives you the illusion that you're eating a tortilla chip. And there's other flavorings you can add to this as well. You can add taco cheese and taco seasoning, get something similar to a Dorito. You can use some flavoring like you would have for ranch dressing and have ranch chips, salt and vinegar, those sorts of things. All right. We're going to take and slide this onto our cookie sheet. And we're going to place it in the oven at 300 degrees for 20 minutes. The one thing to note is that your cooking times may vary depending on your oven. You can raise the temperature a little bit if you want. I wouldn't go above 350, but you may be 30 to 40 minutes at 300. Just depends on your oven. Now you want to let these cool completely, and then you can go ahead and where you've scored your marks, you can go ahead and break these apart. And there, you have a nice crispy chip. Like I said, it really depends on flavoring with salt and other things that you can add to it. Use your imagination to come up with the flavoring that you like. High in protein, good fats, none of the bad stuff. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know if you tried them or if you have a recipe that's similar to this that you'd like to share. We'd love to hear it. Have a great day.